Well, hello. It's been a busy week here in Parliament, and we're back after a couple of week recess. We had some good news in the recess. If you go and have a look at our financial accounts, our deficit halved to about $9 billion, down from $18 billion. Never thought I'd say a $9 billion deficit was a good thing, but it's way better than $18 billion. Part of the reason it was like that was our tax revenue was $3.5 billion stronger than we thought it would be, and our expenses were down about $1.5 billion. So we're on track to get back to surplus. That's good news. We are doing better. We're starting to see quite a lot of other economies really struggling. The UK, I think, likely to have 3/4 of negative growth now, so not going so well. Even Australia, their unemployment rate kicked up from 5.1% to 5.4%. So we've grown at about 1.6% for the first 6 months, created around about 57,000 jobs over the last couple of years. Not to say it's not tough out there, always hard work for people, but it's fantastic to see the economy starting to grow and do a bit better under these difficult economic conditions that we're all having to endure globally. So that's good. On Monday, we announced that we're going to take the next step with the mixed ownership model, and that we'd be moving Mighty River Power out of what's called the SOE Act into the Public Finance Act. In sort of layman speak, that's effectively the declaration that we're going to move with Mighty River Power to sell 49% or up to 49% of the company in the early part of 2013, between March and about June. So we went through that consultation. You'll remember we consulted on that sort of narrow issue of shares plus. The government never really thought it had much merit, but in good faith it went out there and discussed the issue with relevant and affected parties. In the end, we reached the same conclusion we had at the start, that there was no real merit to it. In fact, one or two submissions actually made the case that it could make things worse for those affected parties. So that was the conclusion that we drew. So it's good to see, again, making some progress in that area. Monday afternoon, I went and spoke to the RSA National Conference. I've spoken every year that I've been Prime Minister. We take that opportunity to thank our vets, those who have served so bravely to defend this country, the values and principles that underpin modern day New Zealand. And we also pay our respects to those who are currently serving. Obviously, we've got some very brave men and women, not only just in Afghanistan, but all around the world in a variety of different roles. So one of the things that we announced is that we were going to pick up the vast bulk of the Law Commission's recommendations. They'd written a very extensive report. There's some practical things that come off that, a rewrite of the War Pensions Act. We're also going there to increase the War Disability Pension Act by 5% per year starting next year, on top of the 1.8% of CPI adjustment they roughly get. So about a 7% increase. We're also giving more assistance, if you like, to the spouses of those that have served our country so bravely, with more help around gardening and home maintenance and the likes. So you put the package all together, around about $60 million over 4 years. So generally speaking, I think a good positive step, notwithstanding we're in pretty tough economic conditions. So that's really been the bulk of it, and we'll be back next week. Parliament's in session next week, so another fun week in the House.